Hello and welcome back to Boring Dad Gaming, where today we're going to be playing some more Strange Antiquities. It's the end of day 11, so we're going to go into day 12. We'll end the day and then do our little sort of narrative thing. I thought I'd just introduce my new system for alphabetizing everything. I had a little play around. I think I settled on the idea that I wanted the stuff I'd labelled facing me. I mean, perhaps was an argument that the labelled stuff should be off screen, so I've always got the unlabelled stuff there, but I don't know. People do come in and ask for stuff that we've already identified, and I kind of like just being reminded of how much progress we've made on that front. So I have left to right alphabetical hanging charms, pendants, sort of things up there with space for some more to come. All my unlabelled stuff is currently over here, so stuff is going to join this as we go. Then we've got kind of everything else pretty much alphabetical, so across here, across there, then down to here. The only not alphabetized one is this Vestiger, and that's mainly because when it's near candles it turns everything blue. So if I have it there, it kind of puts a bit of a blue filter on some stuff, especially on this side. So stuff is naturally going to shuffle across anyway as we identify new stuff, so for now I've just kind of switched those around. I also have kept the sort of dangerous cupboard stuff separate. And under the counter, I've just got a couple of things that I think are correct, but I haven't quite moved on to definitely correct yet. I mean, I'm very sure the resonance compass is correct, but we'll just keep it there until we've had a chance to verify that. I also thought perhaps maybe at the start of each episode moving on, we'll just try and identify maybe just a couple of things that we've not done yet. I mean, if we look at the contents page, we've done a lot. We've done a lot, and there's a bit more there, and it's even pushed into a fifth page there. Maybe we'll work down this stuff. And it's possible that some of this stuff I might not even have in the shop currently, but we can try and see if we can get some of this stuff. So, a memento mori. A memory cannot reside in both the mind and the ecumenical at the same time, and it cannot be stored indefinitely. When a memory has been left for long periods, it can begin to emit unpleasant vapours. An empty ecumenical, on the other hand, has an ominous presence pulling at the threads of one's mind. So I have a couple of ideas. There is this one, but it smells mainly because it smells like rotten eggs, but I don't think that's it because it doesn't really speak of death so much. However, this little coffin does, and arguably this bird skull does as well. So if we have a quick look at this. Now it does say here's nothing to remark. What if it's open? Nothing. So maybe it's not that, because it would either smell or be ominous, and it's neither. What about this one? Nothing going on here. It doesn't smell either. No, I have to remind myself what that symbol means. The one that's like a sort of crescent moon on its side with 3 little drops of blood under it. I say blood, it could be water. I suspect it's more likely to be blood or something. Oh, blessings. Okay, so that's definitely not that. It's a box for blessings. Which makes me think that it probably is this. What does the pinkish gemstone mean? Let's have a quick look at that. So, protection. Okay, is this about protection? An aid to recollection. You could say that it's as it's storing a memory, the protection is to kind of keep that inside, perhaps. Now, memento mori is a reminder of death. It's got examples: skull, coffin shape, egg timer. None of that screams of this, so I'm not 100% sure it's that. I am, however, relatively sure it's not this or this. So I'm going to I'll red label this, I think. What was it called? Ecumenical. Ooh. And I'll bump this down to the possibles shelf there. Like I said, I may be 40% sure it's that one. I don't get how a white feather is related to a reminder of death, but yeah, it's possibly not that. Alright, what's the next one I haven't identified? Babelia. The meaning of the unusual markings on a babelia is not clear. They resemble a mentic field. We'll have to remind ourselves what that looks like. But the items themselves do not produce a mentic field. They can be used to aid with translation of foreign texts, although they require some skill to make full use of. This ability does not transfer to spoken language. Unusual markings that resemble a mentic field. Or we can have a quick look at what that would look like. I mean, if there's a way to quickly skip to the front page of books that don't have a contents tab, I'm not seeing it. Unless it's no. Okay, so mentic. So you want kind of a kite shape with the little thing on the bottom. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So kind of like 4 crescent moons, kind of back to back, coming together. Okay. So if I just move that there, so we can see if stuff does produce that kind of feeling. Now it's going to have those kind of markings on. Don't see any markings on that. Doesn't remind me of it. Ah. Yeah. Possible. Let's have a look. Oh. So this actually, although it has markings that look like that, it actually produces, I think that's a diurnal thing. Have a quick examine of it. Does it? What kind of stands out? It's got a moon. I mean, I don't know how this could help you translate something. Like I was expecting maybe more of a lens type thing, perhaps. So I'll red label it for now. Pop it there. Alright, maybe we'll try one more. I'd like to get something a bit more certain. Corvin's Might, well I've red labelled what I think that is already. Now we have Fortinance. Can enhance physical strength or restore strength that has been sapped, whether by exertion or by hex. They are made of stone or iron and usually take the form of a small totem. Okay, let's have a look at the totems we've got. I suppose I could have looked over here, but... Oh. I wonder if that could be the Babelia. Because you could maybe look at something through there. It kind of looks a bit like that. Let's see if that produces like a... kind of... Yeah, that doesn't produce a Wixic field. Now that symbol does mean something, I think. Paralysis. Okay, well maybe that doesn't speak to a translation device then. What was I about to do? I've already forgotten. Small totem. Oh yeah, so small totems, stone or iron. I don't think that really works. Over there, they're wooden. Could be this. Perhaps stone. That is inlaid with gold. Not a lot to go on there. If we look at the hex books, anything about reducing strength. Not really. Chills my blood. Probably not that one. Nothing particularly to remark on the sensory front on this. The other one is this. Nothing strong to remark on that. A small I mean, it could be something like this. This is made of tin. That's unusual. Weathered. Is it made iron or stone? Small totem. I'm thinking possibly that, but actually, what Does that sort of cross and a diamond above it mean anything symbolically? Strength. I think that is that then. What was it called? Fortinance. I think that I'll only red label it because I'm not 100% on that, but it's got the strength symbols, so. Right, and I'm running out of. If I move my plants back, put Fortinance down there. Hey Jupiter. Oh, hey Jupiter. Do you want to knock that over? Maybe when he wakes up. Okay, let's end the day then. So let's just remind ourselves what the previous day was about. The two men fought as the heavens opened and lightning flashed across the night. One man wrested the casket from the other's grasp and leaped astride his horse, galloping off into the cold, wet darkness. The rider was lucky. He made it to Backbarrow and found refuge there and was nursed back to health. He would later discover his left eye was permanently blackened like his partner's eyes had been. Now I wonder if that's why Barton wears his eye patch, because it's not that he's lost his eye, it's just that it's black. And he's concealing that. Because I'm pretty sure that is Barton. This looks like it's going to be a sun. Interesting. To my left, the day. To my right, the night. Well, let's see if that relates to anything in the old catacombs. I think it's this. To my left, the day. To my right, the night. I think it's that. However, let's just have a quick kind of sense check around and see if anything else kind of fits. I think it's that. I find the row of 3 tombs in the upper levels of the catacombs. The cool darkness is strangely calming at times down here, and I sit for a while in quiet contemplation. When I rouse from my thoughts, I look down at my feet and find an item there. Had it been there all along? I never noticed it when I sat down. Interesting. Now, I might just quickly look up what that symbol means. Deception. Now, I'm going to stick that in. I'm going to stick that in kind of our dangerous section. Oh. Its rings make a noise when it moves. Do I sense anything off this? It makes a soft tinkling sound when it moves. A little warmer than I would expect, and it's made of gold. Spook. Okay, let's not try and identify that now. As I said, maybe at the end of this day we'll have a go at doing a couple more. I've been hearing a worrying rumour about Verona Green. Oh no, it was Verona, the lady who drowned. They're saying she drowned in the lake. I hope for all our sakes they're wrong. Oh, I hope they are wrong. Verona was a nice lady from the first game. According to family legend, an ancestor of mine hid an item of thalmic significance in his burial chamber. It has never been found, but not for lack of trying. I was tempted to search for it myself until I learned that it was in the catacombs in a place known as the Hall of Shields. Perhaps it's better to leave it to those who know what they're doing. Okay. Well, let's have a quick look at that for that first. Hall of Shields. So what? Is there anything here that kind of reminds me of shields? This? Yeah, this. I guess you would say that that's the only thing that's in here. As I descend further into the catacombs, a strange sensation comes over me. It is not fear, although it is mixed in with it. With cold clarity, I know at once what it is. I have entered an area known as the Depths, a place where few have been and fewer have returned from. Not even Palliants can clear the air here and render it safe to breathe, but there is a way. Slate miners inhale the vapours produced by a spirit called a wandering shroud. They say it invigorates their senses and stays the mind rot that would otherwise consume them. It would be dangerous to continue exploring down here without following their lead. So there was, I remember this, there is something that can attract a wandering shroud. I haven't identified it yet, but I kind of remember it being mentioned. Or maybe I might need to just go to Wandering Shroud, perhaps. let's look at this. I think it's this one, Shield Charm. Oh, maybe I have identified it. Oh, they'll not abide them. Yeah, I think there was one that can attract them. Maybe it's... Ah! Oh, Spirit Vault was the other one, wasn't it? Is a receptacle used to store a wandering shroud. The interior is lined with a paste made from sulfur, hence the rotten eggs. I think the Spirit Vault is the one with feathers. They're not considered dangerous since shrouds tend to be benign, but on occasion they do not take kindly to being restrained. A faint vibration of the receptacle can be felt when a shroud is held within. I think it's this. Hang on, can I... Sulfur. Now this was protection. Yeah, so I'll keep it in red because I'm not convinced. But let's say that this is in fact the Spirit Vault. Should we give it a go? Oh, it wasn't. It's empty. I've written to Barton Potter. He will know where to find one. Oh, okay, so it's not that we were wrong, it's that it doesn't have anything in it yet. So I guess maybe, for now, we simply leave and wait for Barton Potter. Am I confident enough to green label this? I think so. It's not that we failed, it's that it doesn't have what we need in it yet. So where shall I put this? In there. It's quite big though, is the only thing. I might move this across. I'll keep this as a reminder that I need to do that. I think I'm going to have to move something else across as well. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, nope, nope. There. There. I can actually swap these back the way they're supposed to be now. Oop. Like that. Now that it's not making things blue. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. Well, something for later then. Nancy. Oh, God, she looks bad.
I've done something quite stupid. I went exploring in Heathwood and came across a grave. It was overgrown with dark brambles, so I started to clear them to get a better look at the inscription. I wasn't as careful as I should have been. The thorns were thick and menacing, and I scratched my arm on one of them. I've not felt well since. Please help.
Okay, well, let's have a look at the curses in case this is something. It's not black. Oh. The heart of the sufferer feels constricted as though it is clamped in a vice. The skin is pale and cold to the touch, and veins stand out darkly on the body. It could be that. I wouldn't say it's necrosis. So what we're saying, I think it might be Blackheart. Can I? I mean, she's pale, so I'm going to say that means she's probably cold. It's the obviously the black veins are standing out. So, if I zoom, no, it doesn't really do anything. Okay, so let's go to the index and look for Blackheart. Lamb Siphon. Okay. Skilled hand required. We know I have identified this, although we haven't used it yet. I think it's probably that. This thing. Spherical part of the item clearly resembles the seed pod of the sheepsnap plant. Yeah, I kind of had deduced that previously. Okay, that's cool. Hopefully that helps her. Oh, he's our last sort of main cast member.
You don't know me, but it's time I introduced myself. I'm the curator of the Museum of History here in Undermere. Eli and I have a complicated relationship, but don't all siblings. I don't tend to come by the shop much anymore, but I heard he'd left town for a few days. I wanted to bring him this, but I know he'd only turn me away without even looking at it.
Hey, what have you got? Oh, that's interesting. It's like a hangy pendant thing, so why don't we pop that on our little little shelf over there. Oh, and someone did mention something interesting. They said, and it's not something that really occurred to me because I'm kind of only really going places when the game gives me a reason to, but they said go and visit Strange Horticulture, so let's go and do that now. This curious plant shop on the edge of town is a quiet haven away from the bustle of the centre. Ordinarily, I'd be delighted to while away some time there, but I have important work to do. And yet, an hour later, I find myself leaving the shop with a potted palliance and a weight off my shoulders. I've been chatting with the proprietor about the similarities and differences between our two disciplines, with a gently purring hellebore, which is the Strange Horticulture cat, curled up in my lap. Very nice. Oh, palliance. I know, I don't remember what palliance does. I think it's a nice thing. They did say... Yeah, okay, so when I went down into the Hall of Shields, it did say something about palliance, didn't it? But I think it was palliance wasn't working. But we'll pop that there for now, perhaps. I'll probably eventually have some of the plants below the counter when I've got a bit more space. Or I can move that over there now, so maybe I could do that. Let's have the palliance down there. Okay, who's next? Simone.
Jupiter! Oh, thank goodness you're safe. I was worried about you. I hope my mother is okay too. I lost count of the amount of gossip I've heard about her misdeeds over the years. Truth is, when she gets stuck into a mystery, she's been known to disappear for days at a time. In the meantime, I believe I found another clue in the journal. The text directly before this is largely illegible, but I was able to make out a reference to a vault of some kind.
So there is a vault in the castle. 3 resonant objects. Lightest first, heaviest last. Okay. Maybe that opens up another little alcove in the shop. So these things, are they the... Oh, what have we got? Is this what it means, resonant? Oh, okay. It might be to do with the compass, because that can find resonant objects. Let me just look up the compass. Okay, so I know I've got one. I think it was the... I think it was this. So that is a resonant object. Let's pop you there for now. Now, anything else? Oh, it spotted something else. I think this Elverstone. Yep. What else do we have? Oh. Seen so it's probably detecting these, right? Yeah. Ooh. I think what I think is the Corvin's Might is one. Let's put it there for now, yeah. Okay, 3 resonant objects. So I think we've got that now. I mean, I will weigh them in case they're unusually different. Let's put the scales. We don't need to put... So what we do is we'll put that on there, down there. So this is the lighter one. As you'd expect, it is the lighter one. Lightest first. So let's go left to right. Lightest. I assume this is probably the second lightest. Yeah. Hey. Interesting. Okay. Now I can change this to like a moon thing. If we try and match the moon shape, so it's the opposite of that basically, isn't it? Or the opposite of that. There we go. So that's that now. What's the significance? I don't know. This is obviously stuff we can... Oh, okay. No, it's got stars around it. Maybe it's... let me get my magnifying glass out. So there are obviously fainter and brighter stars. But let's start from the top. So there's one... Okay. Oh, we can get even closer. Yes, there's one just to the left of... I think it's one there. I think there's one here. One here. I think this one's going to be at 6 o'clock. Which one? Which one? I think that one. And that one? That one could... Is the one at the top meant to be at 12? I don't think it is. Unless it is. I mean, if the bottom one's at 6, maybe the top one is at 12. Oops. God. Keep doing that. Oh, hello. No, I clicked leave, didn't I? Oh, I should put those things back. That was what I meant to do. I clicked the wrong thing. Okay, well, it's still selected. I think this is... I think I'm on the right track. I'm wondering if it's just the brightest ones, or whether it's all the ones that are glittering. If it's just the brightest ones, it would be the ones at sort of 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and 8 o'clock. Is that 8 or is it 7? I think it's 7. They even turn yellow when you press them in, which makes them look like stars. I'm pretty confident in saying this is the right thing to be doing. Obviously, I've not got the right solution. Just go for those 4, but then... Done leave again, haven't I? Oh, bollocks. At least the whole puzzle doesn't reset. I mean, are these petals kind of helping me at all? Kind of show the quadrants, do they? Or... I don't know. Thing is, those star positions don't really change. I guess sometimes they're brighter. Or are they? Is that just my imagination? It kind of looks the same to me. Like, I'm not sure what's changing here. See what I mean? What if I change it back to the clock? Maybe it's this. Okay, let's put in the hands where those are. We've got one there, one there, one there. There we go. Interesting. There's definitely something unusual about this item. I can't quite put my finger on it, though. There's a low hum. I wonder if this is the ecumenical thing? I'll go back and check that. Feels unusual. Not hot exactly, but energetic somehow. Okay. Well, let's add this to our sort of shelf up there. I think we're kind of done with that now, so this time we will leave. Let's put you back down there. Over there. Pop you back in the dangerous bit. So what did that say about the ecumenical again? I'm going to change that resonance compass to a definite, I think. Receptacle, commonly featuring a memento mori, i.e. skull. It is a receptacle. Is it? I don't know if it is a receptacle. Ominous presence. Yeah, maybe it's not that. What was the other one? There was definitely one that we looked at this morning that had kind of like an energetic thing about it. I don't think it's that. Not sure. It definitely rings a bell with something that we've seen anyway. But I'm pretty confident that this is the resonance compass. I mean, I've just used it for that purpose, so that seems fairly secure. R is over here. Between them. So what I'll do is I'll bump you across. That's alright for now. It's a wider shelf there, but let's pop you there. Interesting. Okay. Who's next? I got a fright when they brought the body of that poor drowned woman to me with those lifeless black eyes. I thought for sure it was Verona at first. Oh, it's not Verona. She does look like her. But we're quite certain it's a lady from Hawkshead who went missing a few days ago. There's one thing I can't get out of my head though. Why would she try and swim across the lake? And in the meantime, Verona's still missing. I don't like to use thalamic needles as a rule, but the circumstances are beyond the rule book. We need answers. Alright. She knows what she wants. Let's find it. Controversial items rarely used. They can reach into the mind of the recently deceased to give an impression of their thoughts before they died. Curiously, the weight of these tall items decreases when heated. Okay, well that's going to help us work out what it is. So, I was wondering if it might be this. Because it says it's a tall item. So this is a tall item. It's kind of shaped like a needle type thing, if you think of needle as kind of like an obelisk type shape. So what did it say happened to its weight? It gets lighter when heated. So if I pop a candle on it, it gets lighter when heated. So yeah, I think that's our thalamic needle. There we go. Ooh. Where'd it gone? Where'd it gone? Oh, maybe it's back on the shelf. Okay, so pop you there for now. Oh, wants to move down, but that's probably unnecessary. Needle. RST. So pop in there. So let's move you across to there, and we'll pop you there. There we go. All right, who's next? Oh, you again. The people are afraid, and they are right to be, but it is too late for them. They are of no use to us. But you might be. Prove yourself, and perhaps Holgar will deem you worth saving. I require an object to steady my restless congregation and remind them why I am the one to lead us through this turbulent time. They respect strength and power above all else. Yeah, so I'm going to read. Let's read again about Holgar. He's not a nice dude, but let's just kind of read what it says about him. Is he bad? He's got a little thing on him that looks like that little coffin thing we're using. A vast skull in the catacombs, said to be that of the beast, Blen Cathra. Holgar's followers believe that when he slew it, he trapped its soul along with its power in an item known as the Wraith Chamber. Heart chambers are based on this mythical object, but they have morphed over time as a way to keep those dear to us close to heart after death. So it does look like that. And the thing inside says blessings. The symbol inside it. I wonder if that's the heart chamber. That's not why we're here right now. What was the other thing that he kind of... I mean, he's a warrior. Is he? I don't think he's evil. They're kind of like a death cult. I'm just wondering if I want to sabotage them or help them. Like Strange Horticulture, you're given a choice of sides to join it. All right, we know what Fortunance does. Let's read what Morgan's Folly does. Yeah, it kind of hypnotizes them. Well, let's give her the Fortunance. Like I said, he seems to be like a... What does she actually say? People are afraid and they are right to be, but it's too late for them. They're of no use to us, but you might be. Prove yourself and perhaps Holgar will deem you worth saving. Yeah, maybe I won't sabotage them right now. Let's see where this goes for now. Okay, so let's say that this is Fortunance then, as we thought. So F. Where should I put it? Probably this side. That's okay. Right, should we ever go at looking at a couple of other things? No, we didn't get Barton in today, so there's no point going back to the shield chamber yet. But let's have a look at where we... Oh, that's not right. Where we stand identifying stuff. So, Ecumenical I still don't know. Pabelia we think we've done. Corvin's Might I think we've done. Gaudian Siren. Although these are similar in form to Thaumic Needles, Gaudian Sirens serve a very different purpose. They create a strong compulsion like a siren's call that can be used to divert attention. Display of Gaudian objects at the Museum of History in Undermere. Well, I have something resembling this and this, so let's have a... maybe not so much that. Does this give off any kind of vibe? Drained of energy. Don't think that's right. We did get that sort of tricolor thing here. Takes a great effort to tear my eyes away. I mean, it's like the one in the picture, and it gives a compulsion. I'm very confident, but until we have stuff confirmed, let's still just say it's red label. Alright, let's do another one. Yeah, so I think it's this one. What does it say? So I'll red label it, because I kind of have examined it and know what it's like. It does look like that in the picture. That is the hunter's totem thing that we had early doors. I imagine that's something else. I don't think I have that in the shop. What was it? Heart chamber. So yeah, I guess I'll leave it kind of in the dangerous shelf. This can be our little red label shelf for here. Let's do one more. Sometimes called Hand of Jupiter or a fire palm, a loam is an item with enticing power. They can reverse the signs of aging, but anyone who has played that game knows that it can only last so long before time catches up, and when it does, it often hits harder. Hand of Jupiter or a fire palm, so maybe he's got some heat on it. Enticing power. Jupiter. It might have a that's like the Eye of the Storm on Jupiter, isn't it? So the Jupiter is also in here as a material, isn't it? Planetary metal. So it might be made of tin. Interesting. I have a tin item. It's this. Doesn't give us any kind of feeling, though. Did it? Oh, it said it's called a fire palm, right? A fire palm. So you look at this and you think, oh, maybe it's round and like a stone, but we have a hand, and that tin hand. Now, I did also look at this. This does give off a vibe. It says it chills my blood. But I'm inclined to... I'll red label it. Like, we're not going to assume that's what it is, but I'll red label it down here. Loam, wasn't it? There we go. Okay. So in terms of unlabeled stuff, we've still got loads. But like I said, we'll still we'll work through a few each day and at least red label it, so we've got a best current guess as to what it is. Day 12. The rider's partner was less fortunate. They found his frozen body a week later. Bearded man. I am marked by Jupiter. So there was obviously a symbol for Jupiter in this book. Okay, in the beginning of the day it moves this. So it's this. It looks a bit like a 4, number 4, with like a little curly bit on one side. So I know that in the castle there are there's this one. Are there others? I don't think so. Let's try that. The mark of Jupiter on my map leads me to a square room on the ground floor. Other than an intriguing torn note, there doesn't seem to be of anything of interest until I notice that the bookshelf is mounted on a runner and can slide to one side. I push it and it glides easily, revealing a hidden recess in the wall behind it. Ooh. Now, I think I might have the other side of that note. Now, this is the first time we've seen this particular stone. It's the striated black stone, which means something particular. Night and darkness. Some who fear it and some who are seduced by it. Okay, cool. Well, let's pop you on my unlabeled shelf. I'm going to take you down here because I've got another bit of note somewhere. Oh god, is it in the archive? The castle vaults are blocked by a diurnic seal. It can be opened by any object made from silver or gold that produces a diurnic field. There we go. Well, I don't need to look up what Dionic Field is, because I know what that looks like. Let's pop this in the archives now. But we'll get our little table going. So silver or gold Dionic Field. I guess the whole thing has to be made of... Well, there's the cat. That's gold. What type of field do you produce? Dionic Field. Let's try and get in the vault, and we'll use the cat to get in. The vaults are blocked by a large iron door. It has no handle or keyhole and does not give in the slightest when I push against it. I realise that it has been thalmically sealed, but that's not much help. It's not clear what I need to open it. But we are going to put the Moonstone Guardian in. The door slides open without a sound, as though it has been kept well oiled over the years. Behind it, I find a large natural cavern that extends into the rock beneath the castle. Somewhat disappointingly, the walls are lined with racks of whiskey bottles instead of the rows of artifacts that I was picturing. When I show Edmund, he is delighted and spends some time examining the dusty shelves. It is not long before he makes a find that I am surprised I missed. I return to the shop with a spring in my step and a curious item that demands further study. Ooh. Various symbols there. I think these are the seasons. I think this is either ice or winter. That probably is autumn. Cool. I think that's probably a hanging item. No, it's not. Okay, let's pop you on that shelf then. Have a little read of our note. The bishop... Oh, that's probably what this item is. The bishop's square is a simple tool of my great-grandfather's devising, loosely based on a briar's disc. By all accounts, he was an impressive man, but it would seem his mind began to fail him at the end. Perhaps he spent too long studying his Zia. He imagined invisible enemies coming to steal away his most prized possessions, so he began hiding them about the castle, noting their locations in a code that only he understood. Bishop's Square. Briar's Disc. I do have a... What is a Zia? I know I've got it in here. Worn about the neck to place them close to the heart, these innocent-looking items instill a sense of fear and paranoia. They can be difficult to remove. Made of any single material except wood or clay, they typically have no symbol or other writings upon their surface. I think it could be this. It said a feeling of paranoia, no? Fear and paranoia, like a feeling of being watched, perhaps. Difficult to remove. Any single material except wood or clay. No other symbol. I'll red label that. I don't know quite what I'd do with it right now. So this is a tool to help him find stuff around the castle, perhaps. I'll keep... Hang on, what was this note again? Oh, that's the shield one, wasn't it? Okay, let's put that there as well. So if I get up the castle map, perhaps... Still got the symbology. I'm pretty sure that's seasons. Yeah. So autumn is the nut, actually. Winter is the frost. Summer is the circle. And spring is actually the leaf. Okay. Mars in winter. I have to remind myself what the symbol for Mars is now. Like the male symbol. Mars in winter. Rising in summer. Autumn. So is there something in there? The smells and sounds of cooking greet me as I enter the castle kitchens. I feel a little foolish as I try to avoid the cook's glares while following the clues left to me by a mad old man. What was I thinking? I'm not going to find anything here. And yet, on the exact spot where the map leads me, there is something, a floorboard that has been cut and replaced. With a little difficulty, I lift it up and feel around in the cavity below before my fingers grasp something hard. Hello. So like blessings, that's paralysis, I think. I don't remember what that is. Okay. That's interesting. Ah, yeah, I got a little achievement using the bishop's square. So let's pop you on that shelf for now. There might be further stuff to discover with this. But I think that's the only clue I've got so far. Like it'll probably ask me to... I'll probably get notes saying to put this on different places. So let's just come out of that now. Yes, we'll close you up. Maybe we'll have you in a little drawer. There we go. Cool, cool, cool. We're actually at 50 minutes, and I haven't even rung the bell for the day yet. So I think we'll leave it there. We'll come back next time, and we'll see to our customers, advance the plot. And I'm enjoying the puzzles. It feels like there's slightly more elements going on than there was in Strange Horticulture, which had a few ways of identifying things, which are really cool, and I loved that game. But this, you've got the symbology thing, the gem thing, various curses. You've got the sort of the tools. You've got lots of secrets in the shop. Like sort of secret alcoves that keep springing up everywhere when you kind of have this like sort of code thing you have to crack. I like it. I really like it. And hopefully you're enjoying watching it as well. And if you could hit that like button, that would be amazing. Do leave me a comment as well. It's always great to read, your thoughts on the game, but also any suggestions for things we could do or, just anything really. Just feedback's always lovely. So I look forward to those comments. Massive thank you, as ever, for our channel members. It really is so appreciated the way you guys are supporting the channel. And if anyone else is interested in seeing future episodes of this series or any other series that I'm running or will ever run on the channel, check it out as well. That would be amazing. And yeah, if you're watching this and not yet subscribed to the channel, if you could do that, that'd be fantastic. So thanks very much, and I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.